Okay, I'm going to do a quick overview of what you're doing in number 3. First of all, I have on the screen the instructions, and I'm going to read those to you quickly. You're now going to create a citation for the same article, and I'm talking about the article that you just did, Infinite Factory. A couple of things, the article that you read together on Tuesday, Infinite Factory, you'll see there's 3 dots. This is called an ellipses. That means there's more to the title. So when you do your citation, you'll want to make sure the entire title is listed. So I am doing the shorthand here just for the benefit of the blog, but you need to make sure that you use the entire title. Okay, so now we're back on number 3. You're going to create a citation for the same article, the one you just did above, but this time you'll complete it using an online source, easybib.com. Most of you used this last year. Before you begin, please watch the video below. The video that you're going to watch is the one I'm making right this minute. It explains exactly what you need to do. In the video, I'll be using the example from the book. So if you go back to page 389, number 29, this is the example that I'm going to be using. And so what you'll need to see is that I'm creating this citation electronically so that you can see how simple it is. And I think you'll probably want to use easybib.com from now on rather than trying to figure out everything up here in number 2. Okay? Each of you needs to create your own citation, so each of you need to now go to your computer, pull it out, and go to easybib.com. It's EASYBIB.com, just like I have up here. Once you're to EasyBib, what you're going to see is this is a free automatic citation maker. It really makes your life a lot easier. I'm going to tell you when you get to Missouri Western or MU, some of your professors will tell you not to use this, but I always suggest starting here, and then you can always double check with the handbook to make sure that it's accurate, which is what we're going to do. So first thing, you'll see that you've got different choices for citing a source. It depends on the source that you're citing. So if we were to do a book, we could start our book citation, or newspaper, database, journal, whatever it might be. But this is a magazine article. So in order to find the rest of our options, we click on all 59 options. And when that opens, you're going to see all the different kinds of sources you could end up using in actual research. You could use an email, you'll see the Bible, an interview. But for today's purposes, we're going to use the magazine article because you are going to be citing the Forbes magazine article that we read together on Tuesday. So you're going to click on magazine article, just like I did. Now, you have one option here. You can search for the title of the article. We're not going to do that right now because I've already done the search and your article doesn't pop up here. And for the sake really of showing you how to use this, this feature is quite easy and I just don't want you to do it yet. So we're on citing a magazine article. The next thing that we'll look at is the medium, and the medium means how did we see this magazine article? Did we see it in print? Did we find it online? Or did we find it on an online database? And that would be like one of the databases that you use through our library here at school. The one that we're going to use was in print. You had a physical copy that I had given to you on Tuesday. So we're going to click in print, and that's going to change a little bit of what we do. The next thing is the source type. Well, we're on magazines, it's in print. What else could that mean? If you look, we have a choice of a magazine article, an editorial that we found in a magazine, or a review found in a magazine. And you just need to be aware of the different kinds of things you might be looking at. Now, this one that we're going to do is just a typical magazine article, so we're just going to click on that. And then the next thing is, what is the title of the magazine? Again, you're going to use Infinite Factory and the rest of the title that goes there, but I, for the sake of just an example, is going to use the one from the book. And the title of the article in the book on page 389, number 29, is The Stimulus Strategy. And we're just going to click it, okay? And I've already done this once, that's why my words are popping up. There was an error in the last video. Who are the contributors? What does a contributor mean? Well, it's the author or whoever helped put the thing together. And you can see that you have different options: author, editor, compiler, and translator. If it's just a regular old author, nothing special, it will say by in the person's name. If it's an editor or a translator or a compiler, it'll actually say those names. So again, the article that you're going to cite from Tuesday is just a plain old everyday author, as is the one that I'm going to cite from the book. So I'm going to type in this person's name, James. He doesn't have a middle name, but if there was a middle name, I would type it. And then his last name, and I just type it in there. The suffix is if they were a junior or a senior, or if they had a doctorate. Sometimes it'll say like PhD or MD at the end for medical doctor. But again, this is just a plain old author. There's nothing special about him. What's the title of the magazine? You want to look at the title of the magazine for the article Infinite Factory that we used together on Tuesday. The magazine for this one is The New Yorker. So again, mine are popping up quick because I already did this once and had an error in my last video. Now the next thing is, when is the date of publication? When was this magazine actually published? So it was the 25th of February. And what I want you to know is on the dates with the month, magazines have various time periods that they may have been published in, and so you want to toggle through and look at all of them, because spring and summer, autumn, fall could be what your magazine actually says, but some of them actually have a specific date and time, which this one does. So it's the 25th of February, and the year was 2008. And then the pages are, what are the page numbers of the full article, not what you looked at, but of the full article. So you'll want to look at the pages that I copied for you from Infinite Factory and see what the page numbers were. What did they start on? What did they end on? You do have the complete article. So for the one in the book, it was just one page. So we'll do page 29, page 29. It ended. And here's the last bit that's super simple. Create the citation. And it created it for us. Here's what I want you to see. Here's the citation that I just created by typing it in to EasyBib. And then if I click over here, here's the one that I did earlier by hand. Now mine's going to be probably perfect because I just took it directly out of the book. But I want you to think about, what did you create by hand when you tried it up here in number 2? And does it look like the one that we just did together here on EasyBib? You are going to go back to easybib.com, you and your partner, okay? But you're each going to log in to EasyBib on your computer. So you're going to create a citation for the same article that you did up here. So you're going to go back to number 2. But this time you'll complete it using the online source, easybib.com. You're going to go to EasyBib. Once on EasyBib, you're going to walk through what I just walked you through, except you're using the text Infinite Factory, right? You're going to watch the video that I am now taping to show you what to do. And then when you're finished, each of you are going to create a citation for Infinite Factory. You're going to go into EasyBib, create that citation, and then copy and paste it into your annotated bibliography. Okay? And you created your annotated bibliography on Tuesday. When you're finished and you've copied and pasted it into your Google Doc, look at the one that you tried to do by hand in number 2 and decide which is you think is easier. Do you think it's easier to try to figure it out from the handbook or EasyBib? Once you're finished with that, I need you to go back, make sure that your annotated bibliography from Tuesday is completed. You need to make sure that you have the summary and the crap test complete. It needs to be complete, again, like I said at the start of the hour, and then I will collect the rest of these at the end of class. You have the entire class to be working on this, so you have plenty of time to get finished.